Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, osia dem yopo.
You are most welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more updates, like and also share to other members to watch as well. Please, your comments are most important to us. Do leave a comment after watching or send us your voice note on our WhatsApp number, which is 0277 128 777. Thank you. Please, I would like you to join me listening to what we have for you today and leave a comment after watching as well. Thank you.
But those that are supposed to take those crucial decisions in Washington and New York, I bet you they will never listen to you. I attended a conference in Rhode Island, Providence. And in the middle of the conference, that was last year, November, I nearly ran under table. All of a sudden, some student activists, they bumped into the conference hall. Stop what you are doing in Palestine. Stop what you are doing in Gaza. It's not right. You are killing. They were attacking the senators and the mayors. So it's not as though all Americans, but those Americans making noise, they do not know how America is powerful today. They believe that we are living in one world, so we must all experience the same level of treatment. Unknown to them, this is how America has been created to be powerful. It's unfortunate. Now to Amenfi East Parliamentary candidate and what he's supposed to have said. Sana, you see, this morning we should go and locate wherever Professor Frimpong Boateng is and give his stone to him. Because clearly whatever he said in his report of the IMCIM to the Chief of Staff and by extension to the President is what was carried in the video with all transfers by the parliamentary candidate Ernest Frimpong. That President Akufo-Addo will go down as the only president of this land with such an age, an elderly person who lies through his teeth, looking straight into the eyes of the good people of this country. You know, a lot of elderly men got deceived by President Akufo-Addo because of his age. That when you are growing, the usual Ghanaian thinking is that you will not lie, because then you are nearing your grave. And all of us believe that there is something called heaven, Christians, and you can only go there when you are truthful. So they gave him that benefit of the doubt, that whatever this man says, he really means it. 2016 media coalition, you started your war on this whole galamsey business. Then President Akufo-Addo comes to power in 2017 and says he is putting his presidency on the line. So it got a lot of Ghanaians having some level of belief in him. All of us were for it. Because if you know, or if you have realized the destruction being caused to the environment by these galamsey activities, then you would realize that everyone needed to support the president. And so if you read Professor Frimpong Boateng's report, he said he became interested in the fight against galamsey because of what the president said, that he was ready to put his presidency on the line. We have spent more than $400 million on this whole fight against galamsey, according to the president. We have established Operation Vanguard. We have moved ahead to procure a software called Galamstop. All these things could not aid us into dealing with the issue of galamsey. Not knowing the president was just behaving typically like that fish in a river. He muddies the water from the source and comes back here to claim that it is cleaning it. The parliamentary candidate of the NPP in the Amenfi East was able to say what he said because it is the party's position going into election 2024. That the party has looked at the electoral figures of election 2020 and when you take a critical look at it, the party lost a lot of votes in the mining areas. But the interpretation they are giving to those electoral defeats is not what is a wrong interpretation. That the people in these areas did not decide to vote against the NPP because Nana Akufo-Addo banned galamsey. No, that was not it. How many people in these communities are directly involved in the galamsey? On the contrary, the people in these mining areas decided to vote against the NPP because in the mining areas, you take a typical place like Takwa, Amenfi areas, that's Bodi, Asenkregba, and so on and so forth. Most of them are into farming. Their disappointment was the fact that government was looking unconcerned whilst their farms were being destroyed for galamsey, and that they needed government to rather come in to help them get their farmlands. Various petitions they sent to the Regional Security Council, to the District Security Council, to the presidency fell on deaf ears because people at the presidency, at the Jubilee House, are fully involved in the issue of galamsey. What did Professor Frimbo want to say? He said when you go to the Jubilee House, Lord Comey is fully involved in galamsey. Charles Nite is fully involved in galamsey. What's that guy's name? Protozwa. They call him Protozwa. Is fully involved in galamsey. Gabi Asarochidako, fully involved. And so clearly, when you have such people at the seat of presidency, fully involved in galamsey, how do you then deal with the menace? And that is why you have a parliamentary candidate who would be able to meet galamseyers. And I've seen his statement in the various news portals saying that he was only addressing for small-scale miners. It's not true. It's never true. These are illegal, man. These are galamseyers that he himself has been working with. But remember, when you go back to the Professor Frimbo report, he made specific mention of Amenfi East. As if he knew. Now you have a young man that wants to go to parliament, and I don't know, you are parliamentarians, if this is the kind of mindset that is coming there, then we have a problem. That before he gets to parliament, his whole mindset is people destroying the environment. And he believes that by saying that, it will get him the vote. We should go and kill military men because they are in to prevent the destruction of the environment. That is what the young man is telling everyone. And you have the regional minister who was so happy with those deliveries. Kwabena Ochredako. Is that the name?
Yes.
He himself has been accused in the past by someone at Dompim that the regional minister was fully involved in galamsey. He came out to deny, threatening to sue. God has a way of exposing all these people. In the video, he was so happy. And this whole issue took place 2 months ago, not just yesterday. That a regional minister, you are there as a head of regional security, and someone is urging citizens to go and perpetrate crime, and you are happy. And as we speak, the president has not found it necessary to relieve him of his position. Then it speaks volumes about the human rights lawyer who is the president of the day. After all, when you speak about someone, he comes to praise him. When everyone is castigating the Attorney General, he found space to go and praise him. Like, yes, he came from his firm. He's proud about that. I don't know whether that firm, they teach people how to tamper with legal proceedings. If we were in a serious country by now, a commission of inquiry would have been set up to go into all legal matters that have been led by Attorney General, and particularly that firm, Akufo-Addo, Prempeh & Co., to see how they procured their winnings. So I don't blame this parliamentary candidate. And it's a strategy they are going to apply across board going into election 2024. That in areas that galamsey is prevalent, they will urge the citizens to be doing that. In areas that they believe that they can bribe, they will bribe. In areas that they believe the youth needs weed, they will give to them. Everything must go all in the bid to get electoral victory. And they were able to woo a chief into this matter. Yesterday, I saw some funny news going around that the gentleman was arrested
and granted bail.
It's never true. Who arrested him? Have you heard any police statement on this matter?
No.
Have you heard it?
No, I haven't seen a police statement. But what I understand is that they said he reported himself.
He reported to whom? It's a way of trying to create the impression that something is happening. Nobody has arrested anyone. The guy only spoke the strategy of the NPP. And this is a party that wants to rule us again. The last time I went past the Ankobra River, if you see the color of the river, it will be for this country. The entire Nzima area, together with the Memphis areas, is now an eyesore. And that explains why our cocoa production has reduced from 1 million to 400,000. Because lands that are meant for cocoa production, farmlands, are now used for galamsey, courtesy the new patriotic party, the presidency, urging their parliamentary candidates to tell the supporters and by extension voters to go and destroy the environment. To go and destroy the environment. So, Senna, it's a very sad situation. But I want to urge Ghanaians that if for nothing at all, you disregard the general mismanagement of the economy and just look at the destruction of the environment. On that score alone, there is no reason why the new patriotic party must get more than 13% in this coming elections. Because if you give it to them, if you make that mistake, while you are living now, they will come there and tell you to move away because they have found some gold under your house and that they have to remove it. I don't know this crave for money, where it's coming from. I don't know. So, the parliamentary candidate by now, and I'm sure you are aware that the new patriotic party has not issued any statement condemning it. And that's why I'm telling you that it's a party position. That they are told all their pieces. Say anything that will get you the votes. Let them do anything. But the Ghana army and their statement, I'm so disappointed. If the president is not doing the needful, the police together with the military must do the needful. The guy must by now be behind bars. Someone is alleged to have put a gun in a vehicle. She found herself behind Cantabas. Cantabac at Cantonments police station. Is that not the case? A registered gun. Hey. And you have video evidence of someone who is causing people to go and cause an illegality. And all we hear is that, oh, he has been arrested and he has been granted bail. What sort of country are we building? The country is gone. It's turning into a banana republic. Because people have perpetrated so much crime that they want to protect themselves. And that the only way to be able to do that is to make sure they are able to win the upcoming election so that they can get away with crime. Are Ghanaians going to allow that? And that's why I entreat you, the voters, to vote massively for Mr. Alan Kyerematen. For us to come and clear all this nonsense in the system. This country needs redemption, a proper one. To the parliamentary candidate, if no one has no shame, you must have a shame and say you have resigned. You are no more going to contest the seat. Then people will begin to have some confidence in the system. But you know, he will not be, at the end of the day, he will not, because the kind of politicking that is happening in our part of the world is not giving anybody any confidence. If you have a whole parliamentarian in the person of Kennedy Japan, who, in spite of all the things that he has said about the vice president or the flag bearer of the NPP, can make a 360-degree U-turn and say, I'm joining a campaign platform and urging Ghanaians to go and vote for Dr. Bawumia, the very person that he claims is a low IQ person, does not have what it takes to lead this country. All of a sudden, less than 2 months, you come back to us and tell us that we should go and vote for him. Then it means Ghanaians, and for that matter, the politicians we have today have no shame. And that is why the parliamentary candidate will still want to go and contest. Vote against the New Patriotic Party so that we will be able to investigate all the crimes committed against this state, from Pualugu to SML, to dredging of Odo, to Africa Cup of Nations, All Africa Games, to World Cup, everywhere something there inside, including what we are about discussing. I'll end my submissions here.
Thank you. Thank you, Solomon. And if you just join us, we're now discussing the comments of the NPP parliamentary candidate for Memphis. Like Solo said, he said that in the presence of the Western Regional Minister. In fact, from what he's saying, I can't tell the face of the MC for Memphis, but he's suggesting that even the MC was there.
He was there, but he was not in the video.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't in the video.
Okay. Because he said he will create a platform where minors can just alert them whenever police arrest them.
The galamsey is ongoing. It's ongoing.
Well, this is Innocent Kojo Devon, who says, okay, you know, I have a serious problem with our constitution, which allows a murderer to go scot-free, so that that MPP guy has the impetus to encourage people to kill soldiers whenever they meet in the galamsey field or site. I don't know what sense it makes for our president Anado to be planting tree under trees, thinking that tree will grow and replace those being destroyed in the forest by the galamseys. See, Senator, the galamsey is destroying more than we can imagine. They are destroying land, forest, streams, and small rivers, and even the Gulf of Guinea. Therefore, if I were to be the president, I would order the soldiers to shoot and kill for the protection of the forest rather than planting a tree. Innocent Sender from Temais today, I've read your message. There's Dennis Akwete, who says the comment made by the said Amenfi East MPPPC shows how the ruling government succeeded in reducing our institutions to a thing for manipulation, and yet people will still defend them at the peril of their lives because of the ignorance and poverty deliberately created by same politicians for obvious reason. Honestly, I wish President Nana Addo's name was never President Nana Addo's name never finds expression in Ghana's records. As for the sales of those neat hotels, it is shamefully despicable, distasteful, and nauseating to say the least. But I am certain that the leadership of organized labor with Dr. Isaac Bampuad of Clocksack being one of them will not happen, especially in its current form and shape. Yes, that's Dennis Akwete who sent that one. This one is a good morning. God bless you for all the good work. Greetings to Nanaya Jantwa, Honorable Blakwa.
Senna, let me say that on Tuesday, normally I don't joke with my Tuesdays, but I'll find time to join the demonstration, because you see, what has happened is daylight robbery. It's thievery. And yeah, let me advise my senior course mate, Franklin Kujo, that it's not everything you do activism on. That the valuation that was put on La Palme and the Labadi Beach was okay, and so the deal is good. He did land economy, I did land economy. He has never done valuation before. I have practiced as a valuer. Look, if you take La Palme Beach alone, Labadi Beach alone, what value did they give it to it? I was not following. But he has never.
$47.1 million.
La is sitting on a 15-acre land. The land alone should be more than that, the value that they have put there. and you want to defend this criminality. But for Brian Achampong being a minister, would he have gotten this? Labadi Beach has 164 rooms with 900 sitting capacity for programs. And you want to tell me, look, it's comparable to a popular hotel in Singapore, because I forgot it, where Trump and that North Korean president held their meeting. I've been there before. Similar hotel. And the value they put on that hotel is more than $200 million. And you want to dash it out. That is not being managed by. You know, and the directors of Labadi Beach are so worried. If you go and look at their profile, Professor Douglas Boatin, a renowned expert, top notch. And you are telling the country that you are selling it because it lacks proper management and also capital injection. Between SNIT and Rock City, who has the capacity to raise capital to inject? They haven't done anything. This is a political decision to just sell it.
They should resign. They should all go.
You understand? Criminality as we speak and coming to STC. Akumiada has been making noise. I always say, what did he do at Okagwe South? Look, STC. That's why I'm so sorry. This matter should have been dealt with comprehensively. STC in the year 2014, my company, we were taking over that company. We discussed it with Nyama Donko. We did a lot of the things that they are implementing there were our ideas. So last minute, then they checking out. Now, if you take STC as a company, you don't need anybody to tell you that they will be making losses. Any bus that moves, there are more workers than the buses available. And Akumia has no clue as to how to manage transport.
Solo, thank you.
That you want to put him there.
Thank you.
And he was now telling us that Alan should have been running mate to Baumia.
Thank you.
All these people.
Thank you.
How did they find their way there?
Mr. Solomon also is a member of the movement for
Greetings to IMFI and then Razi. I greet all of you. She's a very good lady.
Thank you for staying to PENDREAM TV. Really appreciate your time. Please, if you have not yet subscribed as a new member, please do so for us. Hit the notification bell, like, and also share to other members to watch as well. Make sure you share to other members on your contact list or on your group chats. Thank you.
PENDREAM TV now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.